Welcome to the Evening in Annapolis for Childcare informational video. I'm Chris Push, the Executive Director of the Maryland State Child Care Association, and I'm here today with my co-sponsors of the Evening in Annapolis for Childcare event. And why are we here today? We are here to invite you to join us, to elevate your voices, to unite us, and to convey this is your opportunity to have a real impact on state laws and policies affecting childcare, early care and education, small business, and more. What we're going to talk about today is that our legislative session is about to start in January, and it's time for us to plan and to make sure that you join us in February for the Evening in Annapolis. Our co-sponsors are here to share more information about the how-to, including registration, and answer some common questions. Your role is essential. We hope this video helps you to become more prepared for our Evening in Annapolis.
Hello, I'm Molly McGriff with United Way of Central Maryland. The Evening in Annapolis happens at the Governor Calvert House in the historic Inns in Annapolis. The address is 58 State Circle, Annapolis. Parking garages are available. The closest is Gott's and Hillman garages, but they may be full. So we've arranged at the Naval Stadium lot at 511 Taylor Ave. There will be a shuttle that will take you from the Naval Stadium lot to Governor Calvert House every 15 minutes. You can see the Eventbrite registration for more details.
We're going to pause to have Carolina interpret some of our information in Spanish.
Hola, hola a todas. Sí, aquí estamos todos los copatronizadores de este evento. Estamos reunidos para crear este video para que puedan entender el paso a paso de cómo registrarse y lo que vamos a hacer esta tarde en Annapolis. Su rol es muy importante y sus voces son esenciales para poder elevar lo que necesitamos en la educación temprana y educación. Juntos podemos hacer cambios. Así que le invitamos a que vean este video y nos contacten si tienen preguntas adicionales. Los esperamos en Annapolis.
Hi, I'm Ruby Daniels. Today, our registration will start at 3:45. Please check in at the registration desk and pick up your participation packet, which will include some talking points for your legislative visit, a lanyard, and some Hershey Kisses from the Children of Maryland for you to share with legislators as a small thank you. A boxed lunch will be available for participants. Please return at 6:15 to 7:30 to hear from our guest speakers and close out the evening. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Beth Morrow, Director of Public Policy at Maryland Family Network. I'm going to share some tips that are most effective when meeting with legislators. First, let's figure out who your elected officials are. You can go to mdelect.net and type in your home address. There you'll be able to figure out who your state senator is and who your state delegate or delegates are. There have been a lot of changes in Annapolis, including to committee assignments. If you're interested to figure out what committee your member is a part of, you can go to the General Assembly's webpage. More information and links are included in the Eventbrite page. We encourage you to call or email your senators and delegates, your senator and delegates, to set up an appointment before coming down to Annapolis. Don't be discouraged if when you arrive for your appointment, you talk with a staffer. Staffers are important allies, and many are very well informed about issues facing childcare and early childhood education. Say hi, introduce yourself, and remember that you're the expert. You're there to tell your story and talk about your experience, and you'll have talking points to help you if you feel like you need a little bit of extra support, but they're there to hear from you and remind them that you're a constituent who lives or works in their district, and take your time and tell your story. Afterwards, follow up with a thank you, reminding them of your key points, and consider inviting them to your program so that they can get to experience what it's like to work in an early childhood program.
Hi, I'm Laura Jerome with the Montgomery County Children's Opportunity Alliance. If you're watching this video and you realize I can come. What should I do? Your first step is to register on the Eventbrite. Spaces are limited and it does sell out, so register soon. Next, coordinate with your colleagues or your association to see if anyone else you know is attending, or invite your friends. All are welcome. Then you'll want to plan your logistics on how you'll get to Annapolis. In addition to the parking garages and shuttle bus that Molly mentioned, free buses will be provided from Montgomery County and Baltimore City. See the notes in the FAQ section at the bottom of the Eventbrite for information on how to register for these free buses. And then, as Ruby mentioned, part of the agenda is to schedule your own appointments to visit with your legislators. So as a reminder, packets can be picked up at the Calvert House venue starting at 3:45, and the dinners and speakers will start at 6:15. So you'll want to schedule your appointments between 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. so you can take advantage of the rest of the program.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Schaefer with the Maryland Association for the Education of Young Children. What if you can't come, but you still want to do more? Don't worry, there are opportunities for you to be involved, even if you can't attend the evening in Annapolis this time. You can write a letter to your state legislators. You can make a phone call to their office, or you can send an email to them and you can let them know your views on important early childhood education and childcare issues. Also, you can sign up for email or text alerts from any of our co-sponsoring organizations that have them. You'll be able to find that information on their web pages. Also, another way to engage with your legislators is to invite an elected official to your program. That's a great way to educate elected officials about what childcare, pre-K, early childhood education looks like and what they need to know to make laws that help our field.
Hello, I'm Chris Cano, Director of Political and Legislative Affairs at SEIU Local 500, your union for family child care providers in the state of Maryland. Now, you might be asking yourself if you have time for this. You're not sure if you can make it. Why should you make it a priority? Well, understand that lobby nights empower child care providers in the state. Your presence and your stories and your passion move legislators to take action. You can be part of building support for early childhood programs in the state of Maryland. You'll get the opportunity to learn more about topics that are affecting young children throughout the state and the legislation that we're looking at to improve their lives. And you get to observe the legislative process and really understand how laws are made and how policy is developed. And all in all, by showing up, you make a difference.
So we're here to invite you and remind you to register through the Eventbrite link. Childcare matters. Childcare is an economic and equity imperative, and you're the workforce behind the workforce. This is our time to unite. Please join us and register today before we sell out, and we hope to see you in Annapolis.
Una vez más, estamos agradecidos que pudieron ver este video. Contáctenos con toda mucha información, podemos ayudarles. Nosotros estamos en representación de Maryland State Child Care Association, Carolina y Latino Child Care Association. Como dijimos anteriormente, su voz tiene mucho que decir a los elected officials que nos están apoyando en Annapolis. Así que regístrate, contáctanos si te podemos ayudar con información adicional y estaremos felices porque tu voz sí vale y tu experiencia y tu historia sí es importante para que nos escuchen allá en Annapolis.